Pro Beach Hockey was designed to test the abilities and the pride of inline players, and that's exactly what is at stake here today as ESPN2 presents the Salsa against the Dawg Pac.
Ramp it up!
Welcome to spectacular Huntington Beach, California. I'm Chris Matson alongside Dan Moriarty. And Dan, I don't think Salsa's going to exactly go through the motions for the next 32 minutes.
There's no way. I mean, they got pride. The professional roller hockey players, they're out here. They can't make the playoffs, but they can really disrupt Dawg Pac's place in the Final Four.
Bragging rights are also at stake.
The place called Team Canada. It's a hockey shop in Las Vegas. Two guys own it. Greg Semrau from the Salsa and Gord Schmidt from Dawg Pac. Let me tell you, there's a lot on the line. I bet there's a bet going on with them as far as who gets seniority back in the shop when this game is over.
I'll make you another bet. Guess who's standing by with more? Ellen Weinberg. Ellen?
Thanks, guys. I'm joined by Ralph Barahona, one of the Pro Beach hockey players that has NHL experience. Now it shows out here you're one of the top scorers in the league. It seems as though it comes easy for you.
Well, yeah, definitely playing for the Boston Bruins has a little bit of help in that. I've played a lot of different inline hockey, you know, all over the world, and it's been a definite tribute to this tournament. You can't beat this, though. I mean, you got the beach, you got the girls, you got ramps. I mean, this is what summer hockey should be like.
What should we expect from your team today?
We have to be very physical. I mean, we got to come out and hit them hard, and I got to be putting the puck in the net. The scorers have to score, and the hitters have to hit. And that's the way we'll win.
Good luck today.
Thank you.
Let's go back to Chris and Dan.
Ellen will be back with more during the course of the game. Meanwhile, here is the thumbnail sketch of the PBH rulebook. 4 8-minute quarters, stop time only in the final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. Dome zone scoring, that's the 30-foot arc extended from the goal line, 1 point inside, 2 points outside. There is no penalty box, but there are 5 team fouls. After the 5th one, look out, a penalty shot. 4 face-offs in the game. When tied at the end of regulation, a 3-man shootout. Tied after the shootout, they'll go to a 5-man sudden death. We are set for the drop of the ball. Getting set, Brian Watanabe, Jerry St. Cyr, Greg Semrau, and Chad Siebel. Right on the line for the Salsa in red as the Dawg Pac try to solidify their seed in the 4-team playoff.
And they are definitely in. But now it comes down to, are you number 1 going into the money round, playing 4? Or 2 playing 3, and that's a big difference between the way number 1's playing and number 4's playing. You have definitely a psychological edge.
Off the draw, ball is played back. Salsa's Chad Siebel with it. Along the near boards, Jocelyn Langlois as the Dogs in their home yellows take on Salsa in their road reds. Back out it comes. Here comes Berard. Gliding past a loose ball. Siebel nonchalantly steps around Langlois and tries to float a pass ahead.
It's a real hot afternoon. Let's see how hard these guys want to play this game from the start.
Salsa has really been propelled by their captain, Jerry St. Cyr. Chad Siebel, he has been a stalwart on defense, but somehow their game never really came together in this tournament.
No, it didn't.
And that was just it. Individuals shine, but as a team, they just couldn't pull it all together.
And you know, no matter how much talent you have, if you don't have the team concept down, the game is so fast, it's a reaction game. You got to count on your teammate to be there for you. And if you don't have that team concept going, you don't have a system to play, that everyone is on the same page, it falls apart. And boy, can it fall apart so fast with the speed of Pro Beach hockey.
Brad Scholl tending goal for the Salsa. His counterpart the other direction, Steve Vezina of the Dawg Pac. Along the far boards, the ball is set ahead. Garvey's on it, picked off. Cleared right back in deep. Garvey will send it around. Along the near boards, out they come. Good speed, down the wing. Schmidt up the middle, looking for the tip-in. Crashes into the crossbar, lifts the net right off its mooring.
Keep an eye on Jerry St. Cyr trying to get the hammer going, because the hammer is going to go out there and hit people. We know that. That's his game.
Brothers combined on this Dawg Pac roster, Rich and Randy Garvey. Still no score.
And the two of them together are the directors of the Gretzky Center here in Southern California. youth hockey operations. The Garveys.
There's Jerry St. Cyr, captain of the Team Salsa. Team captains a dual role, player and coach. They have to put together the line combinations, make certain that those line changes are clean. I think there's only been one instance in this entire tournament where a team has been nabbed for too many men on the ice.
Yeah. When you're out at this level, you get these kind of players, they are all real smart, and they know that quite often they're on their own because a captain, a leader, a coach is also a player. He can't always be out there guiding you on and off the bench.
Along the far boards, hovering out midcourt, looking for the return pass was Mike Stevenson. Christian Lalonde actually had the stick batted out of his hands. He'll play back to Scholl, and here comes Nick Young. Turning back the other way, long slap shot upstairs, and a chest save made by Steve Vezina back out.
Yeah, this game's important for two reasons. One, obviously, we talked about Salsa. They want to make sure that they leave their print on the Dawg Pac as, you know what, we're not going to give up. We didn't make the money round, but we're going to play. We have pride. The other thing is, not only does Dawg Pac want to go to the playoffs on a high note, they've lost a couple in a row.
Breakaway goal by Jocelyn Langlois as Brad Scholl made the first move and Langlois made it finish. So Langlois and the Dawg Pac jump out to an early 1-0 lead. Back with much more of this first quarter right after these messages on ESPN2. Pro Beach Hockey on ESPN2 is brought to you by Lee Dungarees, Can't Bust 'em, and by Sam Adams, a better glass of beer. Drop ball out of their own zone. Jerry St. Cyr. He'll volley back the other way as the ball comes to rest in the right offensive corner. Nelson will ride the hang and B. He blows out a tire in the far corner, pops right back up on his skates. Now there is a hand pass allowed outside the dome zone, but it's the Salsa who persisted momentarily.
As you said, Nelson blew out a tire. I have a funny feeling Sebo got a shoulder into him. It's illegal, but he got away with it.
Langlois in the corner, trying to center out front. Pass intended for Barahona. Intercepted by St. Cyr, moves in over the line, swipes the shot just wide of its mark. Ball comes to rest in the near corner. 4 minutes remaining here in this running time first quarter. And you know, as we take a look at clubs that have been eliminated, heavy metal is one. Salsa today playing for pride. I'm curious as to whether or not Chris McSorley, if he has a couple of injuries to fill on some of the active rosters, he may pluck players from other teams.
He may have to, and that's going to we're going to find that out after the next couple of games are over. Who is available health-wise? Which guys can't go? And of course, the guys who are on the teams in the Final Four, believe me, they don't want to miss the money around.
2-point range shot, big save, Vezina. Vezina is one of the more aggressive goaltenders you're going to find in this tournament.
Don't be surprised if you see him at the top of the dome zone. He comes way out.
Along the near boards, dome zone, 30 feet extended. Shot, toe save.
Brad
3 minutes to go.
Brad Scholl, a goalie who's played very well in the demise of the Salsa. A guy who's held him in there many games.
Brad Scholl happens to be the oldest goaltender in this tournament. He is 12 years older than his counterpart in this game, Steve Vezina.
We can't say that his age was his demise, can we?
Long shot, Siebel whistles high off the three-quarter glass and up into the crowd. Under 2.5 minutes to play in the opening quarter. It's a 1-0 Dawg Pac lead.
Have you noticed Salsa taking every shot long up to this point? They just keep on cranking. It's like I'm taking some of my frustration, but I'm just going to let this thing rip.
With a goaltender like Vezina, more often than not, he's going to make the first save. You got to have someone crashing the net for the rebound.
And you know what? That's where the Dawg Pac's so good. With a guy like him making the first save, they play such a wonderful system. From defense to offense, everybody's involved. Everybody knows what they're doing.
Easy.
Arsenault with a step on the defender. He ran out of room. Deep angle shot, easily cupped against the body of Steve Vezina.
I'm watching all the Salsa players. When they get a chance, they're making a move on Rob Harmer, every single one of them. And George Smith was just taken out with a nice, clean hit by Jerry St. Cyr.
Rob Harmer out of the corner. Can't find the loose ball. Comes to rest on the wing. Randy Garvey cuts back to get it. Inside a minute and a half to play here in the first quarter.
I think Salsa feels if they get under Rob Harmer's skin, maybe he'll get off his game and the rest of the team will get off their game, because as we know from past games, Rob Harmer, the way he goes with his aggressive play, he's kind of like a motivational leader with his aggressiveness.
At midcourt, slap shot taken. Garvey, a two-point goal.
Geez, that just came right off of his younger brother's stick, bounced over to Mr. Garvey, the elder. That would be Randy and Rich Garvey, Rich being the older, and Rich just blasted it from the top of the dome zone.
So Rich Garvey with the two-point goal. The Dawg Pac with a 3-0 lead. Out of the corner it comes. Right back in. Neil Young on the hard around. Barahona, blind feed, connects Langlois. He opened the scoring in the game. Here we go. It's beginning to open up in the Dawg Pacs. Keith Berard misses everything.
You watch the Dawg Pac play. They had a 2-on-0. Third guy was back for a rebound. Fourth guy never came across center ice. Center rink. He was always right there waiting for the transition to happen. They played such a great, controlled brand of roller hockey.
Along the near boards, time winds down. And the first quarter belonged to the Dawg Pac, leading 3-0. We'll be back with the second 8 minutes of play here on ESPN2. The latest craze out of Southern California, Pro Beach Hockey. And there you see the Dawg Pac and Chris Nelson talking shop. For more, we go to Ellen Weinberg. Ellen?
Thanks, guys. I'm with Jocelyn Langlois of the Dawg Pac. Jocelyn, sweet first goal. Explain it for me.
I know that goalie always dive in the net, so I faked the shot and I countered him, and I had the open net, so it was pretty easy after. But you have to make him move because he's always dive on the side. So.
Now, I heard you giving a little coaching to your teammates here between the first and second quarter. What were you telling them?
Just say we have to shoot more, and they always press three guys down low, so we have to rim the puck around the board, and got to be always 2-on-1, something like that. So, but we have to do against them.
Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much.
Let's go back to Chris and Dan.
We are set for the second quarter face-off. Nelson will chip ahead. Chad Siebel tries to go inside, and there's Nelson sticking right with him. Yeah. Shane Arsenault on the bump in the corner. Dawg Pac spotted a 3-0 lead on a two-point blast off the stick of Rich Garvey. Jocelyn Langlois opened the scoring from close range. Right in the hanging V. Off the backboards, Greg Semrau drifts right back into defensive position. As back the other way comes the Dawg Pac, charging in yellow. Berard to Barahona. Stack pad save, rebound, score! Langlois.
You can't let him come in like that uncontested. Now, see, if they're smart, they will regroup right away and get the ball back in play. Stevenson was breaking. No one on Saul was ready for that. A great play by Barahona to bring it down, along with Chris Nelson, and then Langlois in tight. You know, it's money in the bank.
Talk about a money save. What about that one by Vezina?
Wow, he came across with his arms flailing and said, let me have one more shot at that, please.
Slap shot taken. Barahona into the corner it comes. If the trend continues in this game and the Dawg Pac continues to blow this one open, you got to believe that sooner or later, the Salsa's going to start hitting.
It's going to get physical. Chad Siebel and Jerry St. Cyr, Christian Lalonde, they will start hitting. There comes one right there. However, the thing is, if you watch this game from a standpoint of team play, the Dawg Pac right now is showing you, they're giving you a clinic on how to do it. Cover for each other, have a system, stick to it. One guy goes in, one guy behind, always backing up. There's always someone back helping out Vezina, so Vezina doesn't have to make too many rebound saves. It's just great pro beach hockey style.
Gord Schmidt was ramping it up behind Brad Scholl. Salsa with it. St. Cyr stripped to the ball. Harmer bumping in the corner. This is where things are going to start to pick up. The hitters are on the surface right now. Gord Schmidt and Jerry St. Cyr taking a hack at one another. And the linesman, Michel Boyer, will step in.
Jerry St. Cyr has been one of them the entire tournament. When you get him off his game, he starts playing a physical game. And you see that? He turned around, no one even there. Still got hit and hammer anyways.
Swatting the ball out of midair, but sending wide was Christian Lalonde.
Nice play by Lalonde to pick that one up off the hanging V.
Lalonde makes his home in nearby Corona del Mar. Just down the road here on Pacific Coast Highway. Huntington Beach, California, site of the first ever pro beach hockey tournament. $50,000 at stake as Siebel tried to go upstairs on a soft backhander, and Vezina got a piece of it. 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. 4-0 in favor of the Dawg Pac. Breakaway. Gord Schmidt moves in on goal, hits the side of the net.
A nice play to stay with him to the best of his ability was Brad Scholl on that one. Salsa, all four guys had gone in deep, all near the dome zone, and Gord Schmidt was just walking in the park.
Out it comes off the wall. Brian Watanabe's right side feed the line. He's got momentum in his favor. Other side was St. Cyr. Ball glides past him, and Barahona will retrieve. With a stoppage in play, the ball leaves the surface. 4-0 Dawg Pac. We'll be back with more of the second quarter on ESPN2. The Dawg Pac has manufactured a 4-0 lead in this game. Well, in large part by a 2-point goal that was registered by Rich Garvey.
If you could see the entire surface just now when they took that ball back in play on the free drop, Nelson had everyone where he wanted. Langlois down in one corner, Barahona picking up speed and doing a 180 to get going so no one was near him. And look at this. Once again in front, Barahona and Langlois.
Langlois with the hat trick. 5-0 Dawg Pac over the Salsa. This is a pretty good indication as to why the Dawg Pac have been so successful in this tournament. They came into this game 6-3. This is their final game of the tournament. No other team here can finish with as many victories as they can. As that shot is thrown upstairs and Salsa gets on the board.
Finally on the board. The thing is, the Dawg Pac feels as though they win because of their strategy. They came in kind of a dark horse. They have talented guys out there, but a lot of people thought, well, their roster isn't as packed as some other rosters, but they found a chemistry. They found an identity.
Barahona shoots. What a recovery by Scholl. He reached behind him and made a spectacular glove hand save.
Barahona's sticks were going in the air. Yep, goal. No.
Oh, did you see that? 17-year-old Nick Young was just being lined up by 29-year-old lineman, the Hammer.
And you got to give Nick Young a lot of credit for hanging in there.
Young has the only goal of the game thus far for Salsa. 3 minutes to play in the half.
He took that hit and hung in there, the kid did. And when you hit someone like Hammer, that's a freight train.
I'll tell you, if Hammer hit him properly, he would have knocked him back to Australia.
There's nothing that big in Australia, is there?
Like a great white coming at him. Out of the corner. Centering pass, broken up. Chad Siebel off the right wing boards. Follows up his own feed. He's got Stevenson cherry picking up the court. The elbows are up, and there's Harmer to step in and separate. Gord Schmidt. This guy shouldn't have a 12 on his back. He should have a bullseye. He's been a target.
They've been all over him, but that's what Gord does. Gord gets in there and roughs things up, makes sure people know who's around. And that was inadvertent, I think.
Inadvertent stick swung high in the air, rattled the helmet right off the head of the Hammer, but someone's going to get a high stick here.
They're going to call that. Before the game, Chad Siebel said, You know the Hammer. I hear all about him. You won't ask her.
Right now, the Hammer is trying to shake out the cobwebs as he takes a seat on the bench. Actually, they're going to rule a high-sticking penalty against the Dawg Pac in retaliation.
Okay, that's a better call, because it looked like the one that hit Hammer on the head definitely just knocked his helmet off and it was inadvertent.
Out of his own zone, Chris Nelson. Long distance slap shot way up into the crowd. Under a minute and a half to play in the opening half.
Every time they set up a play and the ball comes back into play, the Dawg Pac, every single player has a place to go in the court.
Langlois whistles one wide. He has 3 already in the game. Rich Garvey has a 2-pointer. That accounts for the 5 on behalf of the Dawg Pac.
Look at that play by Vezina. Sent Langlois in all by himself.
Bidding for a 4th. Threw it right through the body of goaltender Brad Scholl, but wide of its mark.
And that's right, you heard me correctly. If you missed that, that was Vezina making that outlet pass from his goal mouth.
Langlois played ahead. Garvey. Nelson churning back the other way. 2-on-2. His feet intended for Barahona as a backhand shot. Catches the top of the knee pad. Goaltender Brad Scholl, and back out it comes. 30 seconds to go in this opening half. It has pretty much been all Dawg Pac in yellow. Salsa's Jerry St. Cyr. This guy has had the ability of turning around these games in a hurry.
Jerry St. Cyr is a great ball hockey player, ice hockey player. He does it all. He plays offense, plays defense. He's a rough kid. Just keep his head in the game and he'll score more goals.
The elbows are up. Will cooler heads prevail as Tad Siegel and Ralph Barahona get into an animated conversation. That'll do it for the first 16 minutes of this game, and the Dawg Pac lead by a score of 5-1. We'll be back with the third quarter face-off right after this on ESPN2. Chris Mattson back with you here in Huntington Beach, California, the inaugural season of Pro Beach Hockey, and today's showdown of the Dawg Pac against Salsa on ESPN2. You know, the word aggressive only begins to describe Jerry St. Cyr. He's a prolific scorer, a devastatingly hard hitter, and word has it Jerry has met his match. That is the subject of today's Lee Dungaree's halftime report.
Never did it ever cross my mind as far as marrying a female that actually played hockey. It's just, it was just not something that I'd be attracted to. But and actually at first, you know, we really weren't when we first met, and I knew Minot was playing hockey. It just we really didn't hit it off at first, but. You know, she chased me around for a while, and
He's lying.
I finally let her catch me, and I'm glad. Everything's it's been great. You know, someone that you can you know, hang out with as a best friend, and then also go play hockey with. It's just it's best of both worlds.
The fact too that I was playing with the guys and always being around hockey players, and you know, the only thing I was doing is practicing every day and. Not going out at night and be ready for the next practice the day after and travel around. It's the only people I was meeting. It's the players I was playing with, or you know, players that I was playing against. So I never really wanted to date someone I was playing with. That was not at all. That was the last thing I wanted to do. And at first, like he said, we didn't like each other. So that was not like something that was supposed to happen. And it's just we start talking to each other and just start dating after that.
For anyone to you know, to be able to you know, be best friends and you know, be husband and wife, and also have a working relationship together, which we do hockey schools together, we play together, basically we do everything together, and you know, I'm surprised we're not tired of each other, but just spending so much time together. But you know, it's great, you know, to actually, you know, one night go out and, you know, on the town with your wife, and then the next day go and shoot pucks at her or balls at her. It's just, it's,
And I always end up
great.
winning too. When we do breakaways, I always end up winning. You hate that.
Well, I think it's kind of funny that you know, people do razz us, because we've talked about it before, and you know, we look at it like it's an investment. You know, if we do have some good kids out there and they play hockey, I think, hey, that's all the better for us.
And it's going to be a player who's going to play both way, defensive because I'm a goaltender, and offensive because he scores. So it's going to be a complete player.
Well, Pro Beach hockey, I think it pretty much sums it up right in the you know, right in the title. It's, you know, here we are sitting down at the beach, and the floor is about 100 feet away, so it, you know, really doesn't get any better than this. If you can play hockey and then 2 minutes later you're sitting on the beach, so it's been fun. You know, there's a lot of good hockey players out here, and just to get out there and play hockey on the beach is just it's a great experience. Yeah, as far as being you know, being a player coach, coaching is something I've always wanted to eventually get into. You know, and I coached little kids in the past and stuff, but getting out there and actually playing and coaching, it's not an easy job. You're trying to play your game out there as well as, you know, coach 7 or 8 other guys. So it's not easy, but it's fun, and I think it's going to prepare me for, you know, down the road when I do want to get into coaching. So.
And so as our teams prep for the second half, let's go down to Ellen Weinberg, who's standing by courtside.
Thanks, guys. I'm with Greg Simmerow of Team Salsa. Greg, a little tough to get motivated for this one, knowing that you're out of it.
Yeah, it is, but we're here. It's a new sport, and we want to just give it our all for the fans. There's a lot of people in the stands here. Came to see a good game, and we're trying to put the best one forward we can.
Now, you've been a high-scoring team. You can get back in this one. What have you done different? What are you going to do differently?
Right now, we don't have a real game plan for this final game. We're just throwing everything we got at them. We're not really putting a big defensive effort in. Boys are trying to pat the stats. I think some guys might have a bonus looking.
Now, I got to throw this at you as well. Your business partner, Gord Schmidt, is on the other team. He knows you're out of it. He's kind of psyched that you're going to be going back to the office while he's in the playoffs.
Yeah, he's a little psyched, and you'll probably see near the end of the game us going at center, because I just think it's going to happen. He's been pushing my buttons all game.
Be nice now.
It's not going to happen. We're going hard.
Let's go back to the action. Dan and Chris.
We are set to start the third quarter with the Dawg Pac in the lead, 5-1. Ball sent ahead, taken away by Chad Siebel, and back out to midcourt, Shane Arsenault.
Salsa's last 16 minutes.
Mathematically, Salsa has already been eliminated from the 4-team playoff series. They, along with Heavy Metal, can only sit back and watch. Boy, some pretty wicked stick work. Who worked over in the process was Greg Simmerow.
Yeah, Barahona pulled him from behind and got him good. Simmerow, though, didn't lose any limbs. That's a good sign.
I disagree.
And so a free shot for Simmerow from the top of the dome zone. Vezina comes out to challenge, and that's how quickly you can make the shift from defense to offense.
It didn't result in a goal-scoring opportunity because the pass didn't quite get there on time. But you see Barahona go behind the back with the pass to Langlois. Brilliant. Barahona is one of the guys out there who is a playmaker who uses these boards and that ramp more than most guys do.
Jump.
Well, Barahona is a native of Long Beach, California. In fact, taking a look at some of the rosters, Berard is from Sacramento. And Jolie the goalie is from Redondo Beach, California.
In fact, Jolie the goalie was born in New York, but raised in Southern California. He was raised in Van Nuys. Barahona was 16 years old here in Long Beach when he left. At the time, hockey wasn't as big here as it is now. He went to the range in Minnesota to play high school hockey. That's how he got his seasoning, as he says.
According to the latest marketing report, inline skating is the 3rd fastest growing sport in the country.
Behind? Who knows?
Soccer is one.
How can you believe? Yes. And you know, soccer has taken over ice hockey in Canada as the #1 growing sport in that country.
Back the other way. The other sport that was worked into the marketing figure, and this is pretty wide open, is fitness and bodybuilding.
Okay, let's forget that one. I guess inline hockey's 2.
Well, for us, 1 out of 3 ain't bad.
Fitness and bodybuilding, like, okay, I go for a walk every morning. That's a fast-growing sport.
You're talking about a broadcast team that had them whittle the stairs down from 6 to 4 just to make it up to the booth.
Was that a bad thing?
Back it comes. Well, so much for our aerobic workout.
I got a sweat going.
And that's something that I think has been overlooked in this tournament. The conditioning of these athletes.
They're not just professional athletes because they're out here as players in shape to play the game. They're also against the elements. The elements being this warm Southern California weather.
Gord Schmidt makes it look so easy.
What a play. He just held on to that ball as long as he could until he was just about on the goal line and slid it behind Brad Scholl. Scholl could do nothing else. He could paddle out as far as he possibly could, and then you're looking for help. But at this point of the game, now being 6-1, Salsa doesn't have much back on defense.
So Gord Schmidt climbs into the goal column, along with Jocelyn Langlois with 3 and Rich Garvey with a 2-pointer. Here's Langlois. Moving in on goal. Familiar move. They both made the same move.
Exact same move, and Scholl went for both. Although Langlois was more to the left already in the first place. But the thing is, you know, you can't stop these guys. They just have so many weapons from offense to defense.
So with the score 7-1 in favor of the Dawg Pac, we'll be back with more of this third quarter. You're watching PBH on ESPN2. Back for the drop of the ball, along with Ellen Weinberg and Dan Moriarty. This is Chris Mattson from the PBH Bowl in Huntington Beach, California. Right now, a couple of guys, especially like Langlois, is just building up his goal-scoring lead.
Oh, Gerard made a nice 360 and pulled it with him. Had an open net, just couldn't get it in there. Probably got dizzy going around that circle.
Chad Siebel wires a long-distance shot on goal. He was waiting for traffic to set up. It never materialized.
You see how they do that? The Dawg Pac had Langlois sneak out. The ball didn't get there, but they do that every single game, and other teams just fall asleep on him. As we were saying before the last commercial break, they do everything right from the defense, Vezina, to the offense, Langlois, who, by the way, are roommates for the Macon, Georgia team, Macon Whoopie in the CHL. Both of them this past year were all-stars.
That's got to be one of the great nicknames of the century.
The Macon Whoopies. And Langlois, in fact, has offers from 3 different NHL teams to come to camp this year. So we're not talking about any of the, guys who just play hockey on the beach. These guys played the game.
Well, you'll remember in a previous telecast, NHL star Marty McSorley was taking in the sights here in Huntington Beach, and he predicted that perhaps one of these players would make his way to the NHL.
And some of the other guys, the older guys playing in the league, Marty knows from different camps playing with them and against them.
7-1 your score. Dawg Pac in yellow in the lead. The hammer. Bumped along the near boards by Chad Siebel. And again, tempers flare. Jerry St. Cyr. Eyeball to eyeball with Gord Schmidt. And Schmidt is saying, are you kidding me? We're leading by 6. It's hot out here, guys.
So look at that. St. Cyr, they were talking a little bit, and then Siebel has to come in and throw a little shot. Hammer, of course, being the team player he is always there to protect his guys.
This is the type of game that is going to present a challenge
to the referees.
To the referees the rest of the way. You got to maintain control.
And Jerry is just trying to come away with some feeling of pride, but it's the wrong way to do it. You're down by 6 goals. What's it going to do for you to go wring somebody's neck? And it's not like Gord Schmidt's going to back down from him either. Gord is from where? As we like to say, the Hat.
Medicine Hat, Alberta.
They have players from that part of the country.
You know what I liked about that battle, though, between St. Cyr and Gord Schmidt? It was a battle of the great hockey smiles.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then, of course, coming in to help out was, you know, the Hammer, one of the great hockey heads.
Now you see St. Cyr, deadly from the free shot range, makes no mistake upstairs, 7-2.
Taking out some of his aggression on that.
St. Cyr is missing one digit up top. Meanwhile, Gord Schmidt is missing a couple of teeth.
This is the last time we're going to see St. Cyr, so in case you haven't heard before, Jerry just got married to one of the top women hockey players in the world, everyone's sweetheart, Manon Rhéaume.
Broke hearts everywhere.
I know, I hate to say it, but it's the truth.
Manon Rhéaume, the first ever woman to play in the National Hockey League. She appeared with the Tampa Bay Lightning in an exhibition game. As we get a timeout on the floor, they have to rearrange the net. There's a minute 50 to play. Here in the third quarter, the Salsa has gotten goals from Nick Young and a free shot marker from Jerry St. Cyr.
Nick Young's another great story. Last time we're going to see him, Nick Young, 17-year-old from Australia, convinced Commissioner Chris McSorley that he really was a player. He really was a real phone call, not a crank call. And it took Chris 3 phone calls from Nick to realize he was telling him the truth. Kid came over here on his own, with his own money, because Chris said, I can't fly you over from Australia. I can't put you up for a month to play in the league. Sure enough, or 3 months, as it is. And sure enough, he was here, and he's played well for himself.
Back the other way, Langlois has a wide open net. He has 5 goals in this game.
Jocelyn Langlois is making whoopee right now on his own. What a move by Jocelyn Langlois. This team has everything. You can't say enough about them. I said it in the first half. I'll say it again. This is a clinic.
Ball is sent ahead. Nelson, long shot, rides the rail. Comes back down off the three-quarter glass. Young with it, lost it. Salsa clears it.
Nice by Nelson on the side of the net, put it up the hanging V, off the three-quarter glass, out front. They had a shot at another goal. It's a very smart offensive play, a great way to use that to your advantage. That three-quarter glass is always there, bouncing back over the goalie.
30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Off the back wall it goes. 8-2, the score in the game. As back the other way, the Salsa Shane Arsenault. Around a check, centers out front, just out of the reach of Greg Semrau. Jocelyn Langlois has been a one-man wrecking crew. As this quarter comes to a close, Dawg Pac by 6. Back with the final 8 minutes of the Salsa season right after this on ESPN2. Men and women, boys and girls have caught the craze of Pro Beach hockey. And for more on the story, we go to Ellen Weinberg, who's standing by with more. Ellen?
Thanks, guys. Well, there's various reasons that people come out to watch Pro Beach hockey, and these two gentlemen sitting next to me just happened upon them.
That's right. We were walking down the boardwalk and saw the action, thought we'd come down and check it out.
What do you think of the game?
Oh, what better way to spend a beautiful weekend, hot sun, right here. I mean, I love the ramps. I want to get out there and play it myself.
Would you like a uniform as well?
Oh, heck yeah, give me a pair of skates. I want to go body check someone. Maybe I'll throw you up against the wall.
Well, I have a little poll, but with that comment, I don't think I'm going to give you guys a uniform. Let's go back to the action, guys.
Back with Dan Moriarty and Ellen Weinberg. Chris Mattson to call this fourth quarter. Salsa's St. Cyr against Gord Schmidt. Did you see the eye-to-eye contact right
Right away. St. Cyr and Schmidt. Now, what do you do if it's your final quarter and your salsa? Or your Dawg Pac? If you're Dawg Pac getting ready for the playoffs, do you just like sit back, play controls, make sure no one gets hurt?
And pass inside the dome zone.
And if you're sincere, well, we see what he's going to do now. He's going to go after Gord Schmidt. That's his decision. He's made his decision. I'm going after Gord. This is my last quarter. I'm going to go out there and throw some haymakers. All right, let's see how long this lasts.
Well, I got a feeling before long, 52 yellow is going to make an appearance.
My next statement, I mean, obviously, and I'm sure everyone watching this game felt the exact same way. Harmer will come in and make himself seen.
In the high slot, Lalonde will try to send ahead. Loose ball, chopped out of play, and you know, this has got to stop.
You knew it was coming the whole time.
Someone's got to bring a stop to this, and right now, both players trying to get a couple of rabbit punches, and there they go. Linesmen step in. Jerry St. Cyr and Gord Schmidt. I got a feeling their day might be done.
This might continue in the locker room, the way those two are going at it. You know, you got to hand it to Gord Schmidt. He wasn't going to back down from Jerry. Jerry's one of the tougher guys on Salsa, and he wasn't. And his St. Cyr comes back again. St. Cyr has just had a frustrating tournament overall, I'd say. And it's all come to a boil right here.
This all comes 51 seconds into this fourth quarter. And as they separate the players and sort this one out, we'll pause for a moment. You're watching Pro Beach Hockey on ESPN2. We are back, and apparently the Dawg Pac is going to be rewarded with a free shot. Jerry St. Cyr gets the extra penalty for instigation.
And what kind of call do you make here? Who gets the free shot? Berard? And you got Langlois and Barahona there? Look at that.
Sweet revenge for the Dawg Pac.
Ooh, baby. We're at 9-2 here.
Both Gord Schmidt and Jerry St. Cyr are done for this game as Watanabe tries to go upstairs on Steve Vezina.
And Jerry St. Cyr is gone for the season. Gord Schmidt will come back in the playoffs. We know that.
Back the other way. Brad Scholl, 2 spectacular saves. His team counter punches quickly. Good hustle by
Look at the way this team just moves. To trade Nelson to Langlois. Look at that.
Make it 6.
Can you believe that? Nelson made that play. He back-checked to the center court, picked the pass off, turns around, and Langlois is sitting there waiting for it.
60% of the Dawg Pac offense here this afternoon has been provided by one man, Jocelyn Langlois.
And poor Brad Scholl, he had no chance out of that. Now let's see what's going to happen the rest of this quarter. Now that St. Cyr's out, will someone like Siebel step up and try and throw a few shots, or will he just settle down and let things go?
At center court. The Dawg Pac well on their way to recording their 7th win against 3 losses. Langlois take a pretty big hit.
Semmerau just dropped him. Wasn't looking.
Scholey the goalie. Scampering back in position as a loose ball is tucked in behind him. Nelson
got upended, his stick went flying, and Scholey was looking at Nelson, whose stick went off his head. He was out of position, the play kept going. Scholey wanted to stop. You don't stop the play in this game, we know that. Wide open net for him. Goal.
So the goal is given to Ralph Barahona, his first of the game. It is now an 11-2 Dawg Pac rout. Salsa comes back with a 1. The goal is given to Shane Arsenault. The score 11-3 as the shot came from just inside the dome zone. Well, as you can tell, strike up the band. 2 minutes to go in this game. Running time the rest of the way. Chris Nelson. He has captained his club to a spectacular run in the regular season. And it would appear as though they are going to be the top seed going into the playoffs.
7-3. No one's even close to that. They'll have 14 points going to the Final Four. A great, great effort by the Dawg Pac all tournament long. Every team could use a guy like Chris Nelson manning the controls as far as motivation and setting up your system. He has everybody playing to their strong points. And he knows what everyone's strong points are. That's why they win.
Randy Garvey trying to set up Rob Harmer. Harmer again throws the ball into traffic, and Garvey was upended from behind. 3-on-1 Salsa, and back to poke check at the side was Rich Garvey.
A great poke check, Rich Garvey. Called by most of the players in the PBH, one of the best defensive players out here. And you see why. Plays like that, 3-on-1, heads up the whole way.
Out it comes, long shot, kick down, and Shane Arsenault will look to send ahead, springing Mike Stevenson. 45 seconds left in the game. 2-point shot, rides the three-quarter rail. Elbows come up in the corner.
Oh, Stevenson in the corner. That was an elbow I didn't think I would see from someone like him. But, you know, tempers get going. You're losing at the end of your season. You're down 11-3.
Oh, boy. Shane Arsenault just buried Randy Garvey along the near board.
And Randy dropped his head to try and avoid it, and that didn't help much. He took more of the boards because of it.
15 seconds left in the Salsa season. Rishot Lalonde comes to rest along the backboard. Ball is cleared out to midcourt. One last chance, Barahona, as time winds down in the Salsa. It'll take more than a fracas such as this to put a blemish on the Dawg Pac season. They finish with a mark of 7-3. Handshakes all around, and a victory left for the Dawg Pac. When we return, a final comment from Huntington Beach, California on ESPN2. Pro Beach Hockey on ESPN2 has been brought to you by Lee Dungarees. Can't bust them. By AC Delco Automotive Parts. AC Delco, if you're not asking for it, you're asking for it. And by V-Form, the official skate of Pro Beach Hockey. Dawg Pac displayed why they are the class of the tournament, leading post to post. In this one, they go on to register an easy 11-3 triumph over the Salsa. Welcome back inside the PBH Bowl. Chris Mattson alongside Dan Moriarty, and I gotta tell you, Dan, it looks like the Dawg Pac are clicking on all cylinders.
The Dawg Pac had the best game they could possibly have. Game 10 of the tournament for them, and they are flying on all cylinders, literally going into the Final Four. How can you stop them?
Jocelyn Langlois was also clicking on all cylinders. He's standing by with our Ellen Weinberg. Ellen?
Thanks, guys. Jocelyn, oh my, were you on fire out there. 6 goals, double the hat trick. Have you ever scored that many points in one game?
No, never. It's the first time. I enjoyed the game. I like that. The sun, Huntington Beach. The sun is hot. I'm on fire. Everything is beautiful. And finished first place, so it's fantastic.
Now you keep becoming our MVP of the game. What is it? You like me interviewing you?
Yeah, I like you a lot, so it's why I like to come here and I do my best all the time.
All right, you make me feel so good, like I'm a part of the Dawg Pac.
I like you. And I got to come back for the semifinal and final, I hope so.
Great, good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much.
Let's go back to Chris and Dan.
And so for Ellen Weinberg and Dan Moriarty, this is Chris Mattson saying so long from Surf City, USA, where today the Dawg Pac triumphs over the Salsa 11-3. You've been watching Pro Beach Hockey on ESPN2, the worldwide leader in sports.